most of us operate in the day-to-day methods and ways of living. That he was often in a consciousness that was beyond the world. He was in the world, but he lived in a state of mind that was beyond the world. And this is true of all of the great teachers, all of the great masters. In Science of Mind, bless you, in Science of Mind we like to say that we honor all paths because they all lead to the divine. I'm not so sure that I honor all paths. I honor the choice that you can choose in making a path, taking a path, and that it will lead you to the divine. Eventually you will get there, even through the most dark and unmeaningful journey that you could possibly travel. It will lead you to the divine because there is no other place to go. Do you understand that? There is no other place to go. There is only one life. This life is perfect. This life is God's life. This life is my life, your life, right here, right now. There is no other place to go. So no matter what direction you head off in, eventually you must return to the divine. That is all that there is. So regardless of what religion, what tradition, what faith you may take up and take on, because you have that choice, eventually you will reach the divine. We do not say that Science of Mind is the only way to get there. Any way, every way will get you there. But we have chosen in our teaching and our philosophy in the Science of Mind to use what we know, what we have, in order to reach that place and that we think is right and perfect for me, for us, for those who choose. And others may choose differently. And that's really okay. And I don't need to get into their business. I don't need to know what's in their consciousness. My job is to know what is in my consciousness. What am I doing with the thoughts and the thinking that I am expressing and experiencing? And is it bringing my life to a place of joy and abundance and love and gratitude? Am I healing those things that I choose and desire to heal? And I'm absolutely convinced that I am, and that I do, and I continue to do it. Healing is a process that goes on every moment, instantaneously. It is forever and ever moving forward and upward into that greatness and into that magnificence of what life is. And each and every one of us can have that. And one of the ways in which we reach that is that we need to move through our levels of consciousness. So here's what I'm picking out of what Ernest Holmes was putting in this passage that we were reading for today. That there are stages of consciousness, that there are levels of awareness, and that we need to move through each of these in order to get to that place that we are in the understanding and the awareness that God is all there is, however you define God. It is oneness, it is wholeness, it is perfection. And it is available to you right here and right now. And if you're not using it, the only question that I could ask of you is, what is in your consciousness? So we want to begin in this first stage that I'm identifying as visioning. And I'll explain why I'm using these steps. But visioning is that idea that there must be an idea, there must be some place you want to go, there must be something that you desire, there must be some purpose, there must be some meaning in your life. And there is. And that divine intelligence that dwells within you already knows exactly what is that highest and greatest good. It has been said in Scripture that you need not take any thought of who you are or what you're wearing or what you're eating or what you're doing. You don't have to think about this because the divine has already provided it. It is already there. It is already in the knowingness of the oneness that is. What it does ask of you is to open up and be receptive in order to hear, to know, to feel, to see what is that meaning? What is that purpose? What is in your consciousness that's keeping you from opening up to that which the divine has already made so, in its way that it is unique to you? There is no other personality in life, on earth, like yours. You are unique. You are a unique, individualized expression of the divine. In the reading, it talks about the one and the part in the one. Where am I individually in the wholeness? So if I can determine where I am, who I am, as the individual in the wholeness, then I will be able to see and know your individuality, your personality, and the wholeness. And when we look at each other, we'll be able to honor and acknowledge that the God within me sees the God within you. This is the translation of Namaste. That which is the oneness within me can see and know the oneness within you beyond the condition, beyond the appearance. It is the truth. It is always the truth. So visioning is a way by which we open up. We become receptive to know who we are, to know what is our purpose, to know what is our meaning. The second step of consciousness that we want to move into is understanding. Understanding is the sum of all the mental powers, of all of the knowledge, of all of the data, of all that which you have accumulated in your entire lifetime. Your physical senses are recording everything in every moment, and they are storing all of that within this beingness that you call self. That's why we can go into our memory and recall smells and tastes and feelings and emotions. And the more you discipline that, the better you work with that, the more you can call upon those memories and bring them forth and bring them into your awareness. They're all there. It's our development. It's how we use them that brings it into the usefulness. If I just have a whole bunch of experience and I don't learn anything from it, if I don't integrate it, if I don't manage it and discipline it in a way, then what use of is it? You could repeat the affirmation that 2 + 2 = 4. But if you don't somehow take that within and integrate it, it remains meaningless. You know how to repeat it. It's like repeating an affirmation in a foreign language that you've never gotten the translation. You got the energy of saying that over and over and over again, but you have no idea what the words are, but you've gotten into the rhythm and you've created an energy about it, and it feels good. You might be saying something like, "My dog has worms." I don't know. You might want to check into some of the translations of what you're repeating over and over again. Even the things that we know the words and we're repeating them over and over again, we don't know what the intent was. I know that in my experience in my religion that I was brought up in, that I continued to repeat those words, "I am not worthy, I am not worthy, I am not worthy." Years of therapy to get through this idea of worthiness. What's in your consciousness? What are you carrying with you?